Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Reed here. Just with a just a quick video, not an update video on me or anything, but I just wanted to. Again, I've been thinking a lot about how when you jump off Suboxone, it's so much better if you stay at if once you get under a milligram and you're there for 6 months or more, or underneath a milligram for 6 months or more. That's the key. That is the key. I'm not off Suboxone yet. Yes, I have jumped off Suboxone in the past. Have not told you guys about that. I was on 24 milligrams, 16 to 24 milligrams a day for a full year, and then I did come off of it back in 2012. But that's a story for another day. Um, but really has nothing to do with this. I wanted to say that I notice a trend in these videos. I've been watching a lot of Suboxone withdrawal videos lately. All the people, seriously, and you guys, if you want to go ahead and check this out yourself, go ahead. All the people that have a success, and I'm just saying like every single person, for the most part, that has a success rate, was on a milligram or lower for 6 months or more. Literally every single person. And every single person that just couldn't do it, it was just too much for them, and they ended up going back on Kratom or back on Suboxone or back on something else, whatever. Those people are the ones that tapered maybe down to a milligram or less, but didn't stay there for 6 months. Literally. You guys can check out all the content creators of Suboxone videos. Each one, like Nick Baruz, he got off Suboxone and stayed off. He was down to way less than a milligram for way longer than 6 months. Um, who else? I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Um, I had this in my head too, but when I make videos, you know how your mind goes blank. But regardless, you guys, the key and I've been under a milligram for well over 6 months, under like a half a milligram for well over 6 months. So I should be good when I get my week off. But really, you guys, it's very very important. I've found out that, and that's why some people can get down to 1 milligram or a half a milligram, and they jump and they say it's, oh my god, it's so bad, it doesn't matter, you're gonna get so sick, because those people who tell you that probably tapered down to a milligram or a half a milligram from 8 milligrams within the course of a couple months and then jumped off. No, you need to get down to one or a half and stay there for another 6 months. That is what is going to grant you a higher success rate at staying off Suboxone. I'm telling you guys, like it just is what it is. Because if you come down from 8 milligrams, hypothetically, in 2, 3 months even, you're down to a milligram, then you jump. Say you just jumped off 8 milligrams 3 months ago, you're still going to be going through some hardcore mental shit, you know? So it only makes sense that if you taper down to 1 milligram, you think you're stable, and then you jump off, you're still gonna be mentally detoxing from that 8 milligrams, even though you've been tapered for 3 months. Do you know what I mean? So that's just something I wanted to tell you guys. Anybody thinking about doing this, I mean, you can try it. You can taper down and jump off at, taper down as quick as possible to one and say, oh, I came off one, but you're not really coming off one. You have to sit at one or less for 6 or more months. I'm telling you guys, that is the key. That's where I'm at. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, Reed, you are not even off Suboxone yet, so how could you know? And it's just like, you're right. I'm not off Suboxone yet, but it just seems to be the trend from what I see. But again, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a doctor. This is just things I notice and I see. But again, I have came off Suboxone. I tapered down real quick. Back in 2012, I was on it for a full year from 2011 January to 2012 January. I came off suboxone at 8 to 16 milligrams. I went to a detox in West Palm Beach, Florida. Went down to a half of a milligram in 10 days. And then I snuck a 4 milligram piece of suboxone with me the next day. And I went to the treatment center and took a 4 milligram piece. And then after that was done. I'm telling you guys, I had trazodone, and that was it. No RLS, some depression, but no withdrawals. I'll have to get more into that in another video. But either way, I want to say yes, I have came off suboxone in the past successfully for some years. And yeah, I also think if you're going to taper, get down to a milligram or less for at least a half a year. All right, have a good one. Bye.